What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today on this beautiful, was it Monday already? Sheesh, we're already kind of thinking already second preseason game at this very moment. We're here. We're here to talk about the Arizona Cardinals, your favorite team, my favorite team. What's going on, everybody? Big shout out to everybody that's currently in the chat. We got 8 in the house right now. We got Jordan P already starting to make some conversation in the chat. What's up, Jordan P? Thank you to everybody for being here. I want to talk about the Arizona Cardinals, right? Any chance I have to talk about my favorite team, we are here and ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the top 100 was released, or at least the 100 through 50th was already released this last Sunday, which was yesterday. The top 100 for the NFL is what they call it, but obviously they haven't released all 100 yet. But we have had some Arizona Cardinals players on that list so far. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about anything you guys want to talk about. We're going to kind of have an open kind of Q&A section, just kind of talking back and forth. It won't be a very long stream, but definitely want some things to talk about here pertaining to the Arizona Cardinals, and let's just dive right into it, right? But before we get started, big shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I did already say Jordan P. What's up, brother? We got Gaming. What's up, Gaming? Edward. Is it Adriel? What's up? Nicholas, Alex, Edward, everybody up in the house right now. We're here to talk some Arizona Cardinals. Let's talk about the top 100 real quick, right? The 100 through 50th has been released, and we got 3 players on that list as of right now. Now, if you guys weren't fully aware, or you guys aren't on Twitter, there's a lot of people already super pissed off about the Arizona Cardinals not, I guess, being respected very much in terms of the top 100. I'm not going to really kind of get too crazy on this because in the grand scheme of things, y'all, it's a popularity contest. Like, right, it's a popularity contest more than anything, but we do have 3 players on that list. The first one I want to talk about is James Conner being number 80. Now, I was trying to take a look at the 2020 100 list, and I don't think James Conner was even on the list at all. Now, it could have, I could have skipped right over him because obviously sometimes my eyes play tricks on me as I get older, but I didn't see him on the list on 2020. But he did crack the list this year for the 2022 season, and he is at number 80. Now, obviously, he deserves it, right? James Conner has had a huge year for the Arizona Cardinals. Just overall, multiple touchdowns. It almost seemed like the spark plug to our offense in a lot of different games. So James Conner being number 80, I love it. I love it. Next player we have is Budda Baker. Now, Budda Baker's 67 this year. 67 Budda Bakers this year. Guess what he was last year, ladies and gentlemen? Budda Baker was number 19. 1-9 he was last year in the 2021 top 100, and he found his way in the top 100 still, but he has moved back multiple spots, and I mean by the tens. Budda Baker has moved back. Now, I don't 100% agree with this at all. I don't 100% understand why. Maybe because of the crashing and burning of what happened to the Arizona Cardinals, possibly, but it's weird, right? Budda Baker's probably, I guess, in a lot of Cardinals' eyes, I would only assume nationally as well, would think that he's probably one of the top safeties in the NFL. Being that he is 67 is a little odd. It's a little odd to me, especially because last year he was number 19. Like what did he not do this last year? You know what I mean? Like, you know where I'm trying to get? It's just weird, right? Let's take a look at Budda Baker's stats here for the 2021 season. I apologize. 2022 hasn't even got here yet. So let's take a look at the 2022 season for Budda Baker's stats. 1 second here. Let me bring some up. So let's take a look here. Let's go to Pro Football Focus. Take a look. So 2017, 2000, there you go. 2021. Here we go. So no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, that's the most interceptions he's had in a season, y'all. No fumbles caused, fumble recover 1, solo tackle 63, 35 assists, tackles for loss 6, QB hits 3. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand why the drastic drop off. 3 interceptions for our boy Budda Baker. That's the most he has in the entirety of his career. His very first year in 2017, 0. 2018, 0. 2019, 0. 2020, 2. And then 2021, 3 interceptions. Weird. Absolutely weird. I don't get why the big drop off there. I really don't understand that at all. But I digress. Let's keep it moving here. Budda Baker is sitting at number 67 in the top 100 this year. And then we got our guy Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is sitting at number 57 when last year he was sitting at number 39. Sheesh. Absolute sheesh, man. Just the disrespect that the Arizona Cardinal, players are getting is absolutely crazy, right? 57 this last year, 39 the year before. Makes no sense. Like I said, I'm not going to jump on a soapbox here. I don't think it's too big of a deal, honestly, personally. But I do think it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, oh boy, here it goes, right? The NFL trying to put a top 100, but is it really the top 100? Like Budda Baker. I mean, I'm glad Budda, James Conner, and Kyler Murray are in the top 100, but we're only looking right now at the 100 through 50th. Like, we haven't even scraped on who's number 1 to the 50th. We haven't even scraped on who that is right now. So, weird. Really, really weird when it comes down to it. Now, some also notable players, Deandre Hopkins, not this year, but the previous year, he was number 8. Now, I do see him find his way again in the top 50. And the reason I'm saying top 50 and not 100 is because we already know the top 100 to 50. We don't know who is the 1 to 49 at this very moment. So last year, DeAndre Hopkins was 8. If he's not in it this year, I don't know, man. I don't know where this list is going. And then we got JJ Watt at number 66. I'm assuming JJ Watt's going to be in here as well. Only assuming. He probably might get a bump up, right? Because if you're looking at 66, we already know the 50 through 100, he's not on there. So if he finds his way in there, he's going to be higher. Now, DeAndre Hopkins might get pushed back as well. This is the first time he's been hurt in his career. And of course, it has to be with an Arizona Cardinal uniform on. We all know how that is, right? As Arizona Cardinal fans, it almost does feel like we're kind of cursed sometimes because we have a player that's an Iron Man player that has never gotten hurt a day in his life. Comes to the Arizona Cardinals, he's hurt for 2 or 3 games. It's crazy, but hey, it's kind of the world that we're living in. So those are the notable players that, are mentioned right now. So let me do a real quick recap. This year, James Conner, number 80. 67, Budda Baker. 57, Kyler Murray. Last year, DeAndre Hopkins, 8. Budda Baker, 19. Kyler Murray, 39. And JJ Watt, 66. So I do find us getting more players in the 1 through 49 or 1 through 50, just really depending on if they gave that 50 or 49 or not. I do see us getting a couple more players coming in. JJ Watt, DeAndre Hopkins, I feel like got to be a shoo-in to go in this top 100. A no-brainer, in my personal opinion. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens with this list. I believe we're going to be getting the next part of it all. This coming Sunday is when we're going to get the next part. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. We will have to we'll have to kind of wait and see. I don't know what I'm saying. We'll wait and see. All right, let's take a look here. Mark, what's up, Mark? He says, doesn't deserve it based on injury. Let me go up here. So the league polls players and asks them to vote on who they believe are the league's best players. It then compiles those results and creates a top 1. Well, definitely. Yeah, it's all based on players, right? I believe that the list comes on and they all put them on there. Now, granted, I'm not saying here that the disrespect's coming from the NFL. It's mainly coming from the players, in my personal opinion. Like, I don't understand the Budda Baker got pushed back so far. This is probably his best year that he ended up having with the Arizona Cardinals, in my opinion. So it's weird that he got pushed, that far back. Now, Kyler Murray, on the other hand, that's still kind of a big pushback. But, I mean, 39 to 57 isn't that much of a stretch, isn't that much of a reach. So we'll kind of have to wait and see. Kyler Murray needs to kind of have his best year ever coming into this extension year. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens there. We got my guy Jordan P coming up here right now. He really wants me to look at the Twitter post here for the Arizona Cardinals. I did see a little bit of it, my guy, but I didn't really look too much into it. Let's take a look here real quick. My guy says, go check out the the Cardinals' last Twitter post. What it's about. Is it a player ? Let's take a look. So there's a helicopter landing. I don't really know. If you guys want to take a look, it's literally a helicopter landing. You're thinking that it's a player coming in? I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times in my life, but I don't think that there's a player coming in. I probably wouldn't look too. I mean, you got to think about it, right? This is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Michael Bidwell's probably got toys for days. He's got a jet. He's probably got a helicopter as well. This is probably one of the rich players on our league's, helicopter. I don't know. I wouldn't look into it too much personally. But like I said, I've been wrong plenty of times. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Jordan P says, why would they post that in the Cardinals Twitter if it's nothing? To flex that they have a helicopter. I don't know. I mean, they also did flex the fact that they got a new jet or that new that new why can't I speak? Airplane. So I don't know. I feel like the Arizona Cardinals can kind of do something like that. Also think about it as well. This is the interns, the people that, sometimes don't get paid very much. I don't know. Maybe they just want content to put on. I don't know. I don't know. 100% I don't know, but I'm not going to look too much into it personally. Let's take a look here. Jason, what's up, Jason? He says the Cardinals get snubbed every year in the top 100. Is nothing new here. No, I agree. I 100% agree. Honestly, I think this is the year where I'm going to really take into consideration where I'm like I care, but I don't care at the same time, right? I really want to just see results. The top 100 is the top 100. It sucks that Kyler Murray got pushed back. It sucks that Buda Baker got pushed back to the amount that he did. It's cool that James Conner got on, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to really care too much about it. I want to see results, right? 2022 is coming up in less than a month. Is going to be when we kick off against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's where I really care about, right? Give me the results. Give me the NFC West title. Give me something. The top 100 is something to talk about, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I can honestly care less. Honestly. Let's see here. What's up, Edward? He says, I wish I could be Cliff and Steve's replacement. Well, I mean, I think a lot of us would like to, get paid as much as they get paid and lose year on year on year. But Cliff has made I don't know. I mean, I'm still not 100% confident in Cliff Kingsbury. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not. But he has given us the hope, the 5, the 8, and the 11. So I'm going to hold my hat, being that we're going to go to the playoffs this year and hopefully win a playoff game. We'll have to kind of wait and see, though. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Let's see here. Tyler says, do you think DeAndre Hopkins is going to make the top 100? Yes, I 100% do. If I'm going to have to guesstimate, being that he was 8 the previous year, I think he's going to get pushed back because obviously he was hurt. His yardage was not as great as they used to be. So I would put DeAndre Hopkins in the top 50, but I probably would put him somewhere in the 30s. Maybe mid 30s, maybe late 30s is probably where they're going to push him back to. It's just something that the NFL would do, but he's still a great wide receiver in my personal opinion. So I do think he will be in there. It's just he's going to get pushed back drastically. Almost what we're seeing here with the other players, right? With Kyler and Buda, almost like those players, they got pushed back. Joe says, I'm going to say 35. Yeah, that's kind of my sweet spot too. I'm thinking 35, 38. For some reason, my mind's going to either mid 30s or late 30s. But I do think DeAndre Hopkins, without a doubt, is going to be in the top 50. No doubt in my mind. Highness in the house. What's up, Highness? Appreciate you for being here. Now, we are doing a fantasy football league, ladies and gentlemen. For all 36 of you in here right now, we are doing a fantasy football league for channel members. Currently, right now, the last time I checked, we are sitting with 2 more spots left, I believe. We're a league of 10, and we have 2 more spots left. So we got my guy Highness up in here. We got my guy Lennon. We got my guy Arjun, not Mario, Abe, Jordan F, not Jordan P, Jordan F, and then Dalvin. So we actually got 2 more spots. If you want to become a channel member and participate in the Fantasy Football League this year, all you need to do is become a channel member. It's $3.99. And it also, if you want to, get a chance to win one of the regular season regular season tickets for the Cardinal games, the home games, you have to be a channel member as well. Now, one last thing. I made up my decision. I was going back and forth. Am I going to go to the Chiefs game or am I going to go to the Rams game? I have finally decided that I'm going to go to the Chiefs game. So that means that the Rams versus the Arizona Cardinals is going to be up for grabs. So if you want to go to that game and you live in the metropolitan Arizona or Phoenix area and you don't have to worry about obviously travel and whatever, blah, 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 a chance to win is all you need to do is become a channel member. $3.99 is where it starts. And then just depending on what tier you get is going to be how much submissions you get when we draw the name out. So keep that in mind. All right, let's keep this going here. Let's go to Notice Orange 2. He says, what cornerbacks are still available? I have no idea. Who would you like to see as an Arizona Cardinal? That's a great question. I still think that there is some cornerbacks out there that is still available. And it's crazy to me right now that the Arizona Cardinals aren't doing anything. It's weird to me. I don't know if they want to see us get burnt again, like burnt toast coming into this next preseason game. I'm not 100% sure. But let me take a look at the top free agents for the 2022 season right now. It has been updated 3 days ago. So I'll tell you right now what cornerbacks are available, because I think that's kind of the biggest need for this Arizona Cardinal roster as of right now. So let's take a look. I'm going to give you maybe the top 5. So Chris Harris Jr., 33, so he's kind of up there. Kevin King, Xavier Rhodes, Richard Sherman, and Joe Hayden. Now, I just gave you top 5. Obviously, Joe Hayden, I wouldn't hate it. I would love to get Joe Hayden up in here. And like I said in one of my videos, if the Arizona Cardinals plan is to say, hey, we are going all in on these rookies, like we got some young players, we got some young dogs, cool, I'm down with that, right? I don't want to stop development for these young players, right? We've seen it with Andy Isabella, and it really sucks, right? Especially for players like him. But one thing I want the Arizona Cardinals to do is have a contingency plan. I think it's very important that the Arizona Cardinals has a contingency plan. And being that we're not is kind of worrisome. I mean, we have less than a month away. Like, are you expecting a veteran to come in like with the week coming in being, here's the playbook? No, you got to get them into, the field. You got to get them into the players. You got to get the camaraderie all together with the other players, the defense. You got to make them gel. And that's one thing that's really weird to me, that we haven't been at least working people out. At least I haven't seen it, right? Maybe they're really hush-hush at this very moment, and it's possible, right? They're probably bringing in some people to work out, but as of right now, there's not been any much word other than, what was his name? Baker. What was Deandre Baker. Player, he played from the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was drafted by the Giants in the first round. So there was word that they ended up working him out, but no news has really come out of it. So Deandre Baker was really the last cornerback that they've worked out as of right now. It's TBD. It's TBD at this very moment. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Bryce says, my iPhone will not let me join members. Yes, I have heard of that. Yeah, I have heard of that. So yeah, I apologize. I know, like, when you go to, oh, that's a flashlight. My bad. I know if you go to like where the super chat area is, I think it's only for Androids though. If you go to like, if you would super chat, their option is for you to like become a member. But I do believe it's only for Androids. Yeah, I don't think you guys have the option to do so, because I have an iPhone right here. And I think you're 100% right. I don't think you have the ability to do so. Yeah, because all you got super sticker and super chat. Yeah, iPhone's holding you down, man. Holding you down. I got an iPhone too, though, but I do have a computer as well. So in case I ever need it, I think you might need to go to a computer view. Just FYI. Let's see here. Edward, what's up, Edward? He says, we need Steve Keim to do some magic and get a top 5 corner for a second round. I mean, hey, that would be wonderful, right? We had a video about that as well, saying that it was from Gambo, which was a sports talk host, or yes, from in the local area, John Gambadoro. He ended up saying that if we do get a cornerback, it most likely will come from a trade and not a free agent, because we can get a better player that way. And it makes sense, right? It would absolutely make sense for the Arizona Cardinals to do something like that. It's just like, why aren't we doing it yet? Like, what's going on? Like, Arizona Cardinals, can we wake up? Because the season's going to start in less than a month. Now, I'm one to be very dramatic, right? I'm one to be very, I want it now, but it's just, we'll have to kind of wait and see. We'll kind of have to wait and see. Ooh, Dangerous with the great question. What about dude, JPP? Ooh, JPP would be massive, bro. JPP in this defensive line would be massive. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not even sure if Ndamukong Suh has been picked up. If he hasn't been picked up, hey, I wouldn't mind that guy coming in back either. I know he wanted to go back to the Bucks. I don't think they re-signed him, but I have heard he was working out with other teams. I'm not sure if he's 100% signed. Let me know in the comments if he was. But Ndamukong Suh, JPP, man, there's players out there. Like, there's players. And last I heard, we have like $17, $18 million in cap space. Like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. It makes no sense to me. Oh, here we go. Highness. Here we go. There you go. Sometimes you just need that third eye. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need that third eye. Bryce, there you go. Highness says, go to Safari. Boom. There you go, my guy. Appreciate you. Let me see if I can even do that myself. I didn't, with all these apps, sometimes you forget that YouTube is actually a browser and not just an application, right? Yeah. Channel. Okay. I mean, hey, if he says go to Safari, maybe that might be an opportunity. I'm on here right now, but I'm not logged into the browser. I'm only logged into the app. So maybe that might be a way for you to do so. Highness says Sue would be nice to have here in the desert. Facts, bro. Facts. Notice I really want Xavian Howard, but no, yeah. At one point, Xavian Howard seemed possible when he wanted to get traded out of Miami, but he ended up getting picked back up, or they ended up extending him. And it's kind of one of those situations where we're like, hey, we would love it, right? We would love the idea of Xavian Howard. It's just, he was going to come with a hefty price tag, and he ended up getting paid. So good for him. Yeah, at one point I wanted him too. So yeah, I agree. David P, what's up, David? He says, would you be mad if the Cardinals traded one of our young defensive ends and pick? No, oh no, not at all, man. I welcome it. I absolutely welcome it. Like, if you look at our edge players, our young edge players with Victor Dimikichi, Cameron Thomas, and Majay Sanders, honestly, they're very intriguing, right? They're very intriguing prospects. Freaking Dimikichi, man, had a fantastic preseason. The first game, 2 sacks. He looked really good. He looked disruptive. I wouldn't be mad at it at all, honestly. If I was to trade somebody, I would say Cameron Thomas, just because I haven't really seen him do very much. But the crazy thing is that there is still some veterans that the Arizona Cardinals can pick up. We're just choosing not to, and I don't understand why not. Ray says they most likely are waiting to see who gets cut from other teams to pick up from our. And see, I see where you're coming from, but the thing is that, like, if you're getting cut from a roster, very rarely will you be able to get somebody that's going to make a difference and make a change into your defense. You know what I mean? Because I remember when Steve Keim was like super excited. He was like getting all happy. He was like, oh, we got the first waiver wire and we're going to use that to our best of advantage. The waiver wire did nothing for us, man. We waited for cuts as well, and nothing happened. If that's the way that the Arizona Cardinals are going to play this out again, we're going to be looking at another Prince Amukamara. We're going to be looking at more, wasn't Denard. We had like so many cornerbacks at one point that we're picking up, and none of them made an impact for the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, none of them did. So I don't know. I hope that's not what they're trying to do, but I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them at all, because that's just kind of something that the Arizona Cardinals would do. And I wouldn't put them past them, honestly. Licky Fotu or Rashad Lawrence. Like, are you saying like who would I get rid of? Oh, I don't know, man. Rashad Lawrence made a really awesome play this last game, but I do like Licky Fotu as well. I don't know, man. That's tough. That's a tough one. The interior is pretty interesting. Obviously, if I would have to give up one, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm gonna probably say Rashad Lawrence, just because I have a lot of faith in Licky Fotu and the college that he came from. But Rashad Lawrence came from ASU. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm gonna play the fifth on that one. I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm pleading that one. I can't answer that one with the straight face. I really can't. My guy Notice Orange 2 says, did Demikichi so make the 53-man roster? The 53-man roster hasn't actually came up yet. Okay, I'm actually glad you said this. So my guy Notice Orange 2, he's asking if he made the 53-man roster. Let me give you some dates here, my guy. 1 second. I actually forgot to make a video about this, but like it wasn't to the point where I'm like, oh, this is very important. So I didn't want to make a video about it. But we did get the very first cuts. If you guys aren't following me on my social platforms like Twitter or Instagram, I highly recommend you do so, because there is little news here and there that, populates that if you want to know, you got to be in the know. And I don't make videos for every single little thing. It's not worth it. So the first cuts have happened already. So the Arizona Cardinals have released defensive lineman Kingsley Kiki, offensive lineman Haggai Nodubasi, I don't know him. Another offensive lineman, Greg Long, running back Ronnie Rivers, and cornerback Breon Borders. So far, the Arizona Cardinals have already cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. 5. Now, the next cut date, I believe, is on the 26th. And the last cut date is the 30th. So by the time I believe the end of August is when we're going to get our 53-man roster, is when we're really going to start deciding who the 2022 Arizona Cardinals is going to be. So let me repeat that again. I know I was saying a lot of names that you're probably like, who? What? So Cardinals have released 5 players, and this was yesterday. Defensive lineman Kingsley Kiki. Offensive lineman Haggai Nadubasai. I don't know. Offensive lineman Greg Long, running back Ronnie Rivers, and cornerback Breon Borders. So take that for what it's worth. We are starting to cut some players from this roster as of right now, but the 53-man roster is not going to be implemented till the end of August. That's when we're going to figure out who is going to be an Arizona Cardinal for the 2022 season. What's up, Anish? He says, I was extremely surprised Kiki was released. That was a bizarre decision to me, considering he was in COVID protocol. At least let him play a few games. Well, actually, I'm actually interested. So, I'm glad you mentioned this, is what I'm trying to say. There was a player last year that I'm surprised that was released. Lamont Gillard. That was a player where I'm like, man, like, it's crazy to me. Like, I don't understand why they released him. And then we had that whole issue with the centers, and we ended up kind of biting ourselves or shooting ourselves in the foot on that one. But you are right. I do see somebody say the new helmets. Dude, the new helmets are freaking fantastic. If you guys, you see this right here? You see that helmet? That helmet right there is the cat's. That thing is the bee's knees, bro. Let me tell you, this thing right here, this freaking helmet is the best helmet in the entirety of the NFL. For all the alternate helmets that came out, that right there is the best darn freaking helmet out there. And the way our Cardinal players look today with it, sheesh, brother. Just absolutely sheesh. It's a thing of beauty, man. It's a thing of beauty. Let's see here. Keep the questions up. Keep the questions up. I appreciate you guys for coming here. My My guy Jordan P says, with how Gardeck and Dimikichi looked, also have Majay, JPP would be a waste, in my opinion. So you're saying if we brought JPP in because we got this, I mean, I believe JPP, like knowing this Arizona Cardinal team, if JPP comes in, watch out, like rookies. Like, I don't think they're going to get a fair chance. Like, let's just be honest here. Let's just be honest here. But let's keep it going here. I did hear a rumor that the Arizona Cardinals are going to get new uniforms next year. It's a rumor. But Michael Bidwell, somebody asked him during like a time where somebody asked him like, "Hey, are we in new uniforms? Because we got the new alternate helmet." And he said, "Just wait," or he said something like leading to maybe it might be coming sooner than we think. I think it's going to be next year, obviously. It's not going to happen this year. It can't. But I believe next year is when we're going to be getting new uniforms. Like, oh man, that'd be great. We got to implement this helmet though, dude. This helmet is great. Is great. This is a great question, Highness. Got a question. Can you only renew once your subscription ends, or can you auto renew? You should be able to auto renew. Is what I've heard. I'm not 100% sure though. But I'm not 100% sure. But you should be able to auto renew. Maybe if you go to your settings, go to like your memberships, like where you do it. Maybe you should say something on there. It's a great question. Fantastic question. Anish, what's up, Anish? Says, love your show, mate. And those helmets behind you, that red and black, I'm telling you, thing of beauty. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Kyler Murray up in the house is ready for the season. Facts. I know. Like this preseason to me, like I don't know. I'm just very excited about like just the season in general that I believe like I'm very just, I don't know how to describe it, boys. I don't know how to describe it. Like, this season, to me, it just gets me so excited. And it's so crazy because I know last time when we were live, I was like, June and July, I was like, I'm not that excited. Whatever, the draft picks are meh. But take me to August, and we're here in August, and I feel like we're going to crush it, y'all. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just super fucking pumped. I'm pumped. Jonathan up in the house. What's up, Jonathan? Appreciate the super chat. He says, I was the one who asked the question. It was during the club level meet in Greece. Oh, no way. Jonathan coming up clutch. Bro, I know you told me if I should, did you get season tickets? Jonathan, you get season tickets this year? Bro, let me know in the comments, my guy. Let me know. I knew you said you could possibly, maybe make something. I should have gone. It's just, I'm just super busy with, obviously the kid and stuff. But I think I got it in a balance now. I think she's already older, so I think we got it in a balance now. My boy John is a season ticket. So you got the club level? Sheesh. Bro, those, okay. Hey, congrats, man. Congrats. That's awesome. Confident in the Cardinals beating the Niners and the Rams in the standings? I am. Let me clarify though. The Seahawks are going through issues, right? I believe the Seahawks is on full rebuild. They want to lose games. They are to the point where I honestly do think we might sweep the Seahawks this year. They're that rebuilding. The 49ers and the Rams, I know we've had a lot of good luck with the 49ers. And then we finally beat the Rams last year. Thank you, football gods. But I do think that we might split it, though. I don't think we're going to sweep the other two teams because they're really good, and it's a division. You never know what happens in division games. You really don't. Like, even the Seahawks, when they have a terrible, year, they beat us at least once. It's crazy. And it's just because we know each other very well, right? Pete Carroll knows this Cardinal team. They kind of know what we're doing, so they know how to defend. So I think the Seahawks are nothing to be worried about, but I do believe we will split the Rams and the 49ers. But hey, if we sweep them both, sheesh. Oh, here we go. Jonathan says, I asked him about the new uniforms, and all he said was, that's what he said. Stay tuned. Jonathan coming up clutch here. My boy over here is the one who asked the question. He said, when is the new uniforms getting here? And Michael Bidwell said, stay tuned. That's some great stuff right there, y'all. That's some great stuff. We'll see. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Let's see here. Brian coming up here. Appreciate you, Brian. Says this is what Bidwell said about the new uniforms. He says these things, these things, there's a timeline for them. It takes time. It's on the radar. We're going to honor the tradition at the same time. It's on the radar. Appreciate you, Brian. Thank you so very much for the recap because I suck at recapping people. But thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. The schedule isn't easy, right? But it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you want to be a Super Bowl contending team, you got to get past it, right? Last year wasn't an easy schedule either. You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Like, that's just the way it is. You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. The Lions, the Panthers, the Seahawks, like, we should have beat those teams. It's just we had a tell off and we just crashed and burned towards the end of the season again. And it sucks, but it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, hey, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Hey, Jonathan, since I got you in here, if you're still in here, do you want to be in the Fantasy Football League? If you want to be in the Fantasy Football League, let me know. I know it's only for channel members right now. I think we got 2 spots left. If you want to know, you can just send me a DM. You don't have to put it in the chat because I know there's people asking questions, but you can send me a DM if you want to join the Fantasy Football League. We're probably going to be drafting within the next couple of weeks, so let me know. You're a channel member, so all you need to do is give me your email. That's it. Terry up in the house. What's up, Terry? Appreciate you for being here. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Jordan P coming up clutch. As Cliff said, he had fun running 4 wide receivers set. You got DeAndre Hopkins, Rondale Moore, Hollywood, and AJ today in practice. That 4 wide receiving set is unstoppable. That's, you know what I mean? You know what we're trying to say, y'all. Yeah, it's crazy, right? In a grand scheme of things, like, one of the least problems we have is our wide receiving group is great. Now, it sucks that we don't have DeAndre Hopkins, right? The first 6 games is going to be sucky. But if we can get our offense going with Hollywood, with AJ, with Rondale, with anybody else that's going to be able to step up, Zach Ertz in the tight end position, Max Williams in the tight end position, maybe Trey McBride in the tight end position. Man, I think sky's the limit for this team. Honestly, I do honestly feel in the heart of hearts that this Arizona Cardinal team can make a noise. We just got to do right. We got to do right and win the teams. We got to win the teams we're supposed to beat. That's it. Big shout out here. Another shout out real quick. Y'all, you guys coming in clutch, man. All the people that have just joined, like the new subscribers that has just joined, the existing subscribers that have always been rocking with the AZ Sports Fan. I appreciate you guys. I really do. From the bottom of my heart. Right now we're sitting with 8,937 subscribers. That is less than 70 away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. Freaking nuts. The goal by the end of this year is hopefully 10K. And by the way that, like, every time I post a video, literally I get like 17, 18, 30 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. If you guys haven't been sharing, if you guys are sharing videos, thank you. That actually does mean the world. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so lot. That's awesome. Let's see here. Do you expect Kyler to call plays when it's in the regular season? I don't expect him to. Okay, let me rephrase this answer, because I do expect him to be involved within the play calling. I do expect him to have a lot more of a leadership role where it's going to be more of a Cliff says, hey, this is what we're going to run. And if Kyler says, hey, no, let's try this. Let's try this. I do think that Cliff's going to be a little bit more open ears for Kyler Murray in this situation. So I do think that he's not going to, I don't think he's going to completely like be a play caller, but I do think he's going to be heavily involved in it, if that makes sense. So I do think he's going to, obviously he's getting practice, right? He got practice last game in the last quarter. He was the one calling the plays. So it gives him a familiarity of like knowing where everybody should be at all times. And I absolutely love it. Like, I absolutely love the idea of Kyler Murray getting more into that leadership role, giving these players Gatorade to drink. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's exactly what we need in a quarterback. That's exactly what we need to take our offense and our team to the next level. I love it. Let's keep it going here. Jordan P says, I'm hyped for preseason, and we haven't even seen Trey McBride out. First actual pick. Yeah, you're right. We haven't even seen Trey McBride. Last I heard, he seemed to be trending in the right direction. We most likely, because this game is going to be on Sunday, we most likely won't hear anything till probably Wednesday or Thursday, Friday at the latest, in terms of what we're looking at. Now, it seems like we are going to be playing the same amount of people. We're not going to see Kyler. I don't think we're going to see Kyler in this preseason, and that's fine, right? Being what happened to Zach Wilson, Kyler Murray doesn't need to be out there in a game that doesn't matter. Why risk a non-contact injury? Why risk an injury? Kyler Murray's our future. There's no point of risking him. There really isn't. Now, whether they decide to put him in for a drive or two, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but obviously I would be holding my pillow absolutely tightly, watching the game behind a pillow, because it would be very scary. It would be very scary to kind of see him out there in preseason when games that don't matter. Anish coming up here. Oh, that's how excited I got. Anish got super excited. I dropped my microphone. Let's go. Appreciate you, Anish. Thanks a lot for becoming a new channel member. That absolutely does mean the world. I threw my mic. That's how excited I was. I appreciate you. If you are interested in either fantasy football or games that we are giving out for this year, we are going to be giving up the Rams versus the Cardinals game, the home game. That's going to be taking place in September. So welcome to the squad. Welcome to the membership squad. Let me know what you're interested in. I do put out posts specifically for channel members, so make sure you keep your eyes on the community post. Games we're giving away, and we're starting fantasy football. So let me know what you're interested in. Anish coming. I had to. Whoa, hold that mic, Mike. I know, man. I got way too excited. I appreciate you. Let's keep it going. Is Hollywood? Yes, Hollywood Brown was practicing today, and let me show you one thing real quick. This is the excitement level. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it with my phone. I want to say I probably should share my screen and show you guys Twitter, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna go the lazy route right here. But check this out, boys. Check this out, boys and gals. Check this out real quick. Hopefully, this is going to be able to show you very well. 1 second. That's Dorched. Here we go. Check this out right here. That's Kyler Murray. That's our boy Kyler Murray. Look at that bout. Oh, that's Hollywood Brown, baby. Let's go. You see that? That connection right there is going to be an absolutely thing of beauty. Let's watch it again. See our boy Kyler Murray? Look at that. Throwing that ball. And that's Hollywood Brown. Oof. Thing of beauty. So yes, Hollywood Brown is back. And this is going to be something to watch, y'all. This is going to be something to watch. Oh. Just marvelous, man. Just marvelous. I'm stoked. Yes, we also got some emojis to use as well. We got like a Kyler Murray emoji, whenever you want to throw it in the chat. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Kyler's got such a beautiful ball. Facts. Absolute facts. And with Hollywood, just excitement. Just excitement. What's up, Phoenix Bias? Phoenix Bias says, what does the loss of Chandler Jones mean for us? That's a great question. We've talked about Chandler Jones a lot on our streams. When it comes down to Chandler Jones, I think one of our subscribers said it best. It sucks that we lost Chandler Jones because of the name and what he can bring to a defense. But it does open up the doors for our younger folks, right? Our edge players. Your Victor Dimikichi coming into his second year. It opens up the door to the rookies that came in. Cameron Thomas, Majay Sanders. It opens up the doors to them. Now, if you really think about it, hopefully you watch Rocky, right? They have the eye of the tiger. Like, they're hungry. They want to make an impact on this game. And sometimes I do feel like when players get paid, now it doesn't happen to a lot of players, right? Some players unfortunately chase the bag and they don't want greatness, they want to get the security, and that's fine, right? I'm not going to knock on people to get paid. We all got families, we all got bills to pay, but I love the players that get paid, but they're not just chasing the bag, they're chasing legacy. And I do believe that Chandler Jones didn't give us a full 110% towards the end of the season because he was paying for a contract this offseason. So I don't believe he gave us his full, but it opens up the doors for Victor Dimikichi. It opens up the doors for Cameron Thomas. It opens up the doors for Majay Sanders. So it sucks that we lost him, but in the grand scheme of things, let's get some young, talented, fresh meat out on this field, and let's see what they can do. That's my take on it. We got my guy who says trade for CeeDee Lamb. I don't think that's gonna happen, my guy. I don't think that's gonna happen. Chandler Jones forced turn. Yeah. No, you're right. The loss, we're gonna miss Chandler. Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt in my mind. Chandler's gonna be missed. Chandler's gonna be missed for sure. But we'll have to kind of wait and see. Is it Braden? Is that correct? If I butchered it, I apologize. Mr. Locke. It says Jones had 5 sacks in one game. Jones had 6 sacks in the last 16 games of the season. And now he's 1 year older. He has 1 to 2 more years of good play, and then he's washed. Okay, that's fair. Well, yeah. So what? 5 games and then 6 sacks. So 11 sacks for the season. Yeah. I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you guys remember Terrell Suggs. Man, that guy sucked. Terrell Suggs was great in his day, but when he came to the Arizona Cardinals, I was stoked. I was excited, but he came for the purpose of getting paid one last time, and it sucked having Terrell Suggs here and seeing him not produce how we all wanted him to produce. It sucked. Should Chandler get 20 sacks? I wouldn't be mad. If he does get that, hopefully he doesn't get a sack against us in week 2, because we play the Raiders in week 2. And I ain't about the life of Chandler Jones trying to sack Kyler Murray. I ain't about that life, all right? So if he does get 20 sacks, hopefully he would have a big fat goose egg when it comes down to playing us in week 2. I'll have to wait and see. We have a tough schedule. We absolutely do. We're opening up the schedule. Kansas City, tough. Raiders, tough. And then we got the Rams. The first 3 games, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be absolutely tough. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. Phoenix Bias coming up here saying, can you imagine Kyler, CeeDee Lamb, and yes, I can imagine it. Yes, I can. And it's funny to me because I'm playing Madden currently right now. And I actually traded for CeeDee Lamb. And I won the Super Bowl with Deandre Hopkins, CeeDee Lamb, and Andy Isabella for the first year. And then I ended up trading away Andy Isabella in my Madden league. And I ended up trading him for Hollywood Brown. So right now my wide receiving core in Madden is DeAndre Hopkins, CeeDee Lamb, and Hollywood Brown. Obviously, right, that doesn't happen in real life, but you gotta love Madden for that. But I don't have Zach Ertz because I'm rolling with the Madden before this year, because the 2022 one, it sucked, man. Franchise just absolutely blew. So I have not played 23 yet. No, I haven't. I haven't played 23 yet. I'm very wary though. I'm very wary about Madden because the last game, not the 22, it just sucked. I play franchise a lot and it sucked. Every time I won, it counted as a loss, and it was really frustrating to see. So I stopped playing it. I kept playing 20. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. What pisses me off is Terrell Suggs left AZ and played. Yeah, exactly. This is a perfect example of somebody that just came in and he wanted to get paid, right? He wanted to get paid. We released him, right? And then they ended up picking him up in Kansas City. It's crazy. It's really crazy to me. So yeah, that pissed me off too. I'm not gonna lie to you, my guy. That pissed me off too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Chris, what's up, Chris? Says Majay will have his chance to shine since Chandler's gone. I do believe that as well. Assassin Darkside. Make the call right now, Mike. I make the call right now. Call Cowboys and be like, hey, I got a player for you. I got a guy named Andy Isabella. Give a CD Lamb. We'll do it. All right, make the trade. Send the paperwork in. Make the call, my guy. Make the call. That's funny. Let's see. Sadly, I don't think anyone is picking up David Johnson. Yeah, no, I agree with you there. David Johnson in his first year, his rookie year, David Johnson was an absolute beast, y'all. Absolute beast. And his second year was pretty decent. He just never could have. He could never gotten to that same prime. He did play timid in my eyes. Now, I could be wrong, right? I've been wrong multiple times. He just wasn't the same player. He got paid very well by the Arizona Cardinals. And we ended up giving the contract to the Texans, thankfully, and we got DeAndre Hopkins. So it worked out for the Arizona Cardinals, but in the grand scheme of things, like it's just, yeah, David Johnson, he might not get his opportunity. This guy's ripped though, man. I don't know if you guys saw his Instagram, but this dude is freaking ripped as heck. He's waiting for another opportunity, but I'm not sure. The way that he's been playing in the Texans, it's just, it doesn't seem very, very good. Couldn't stay healthy. Ooh, let's talk about this real quick. MGO saying, I would cry if Greg doesn't make the roster. Bro, from your... I would only think that this would never happen. I would think that this wouldn't happen, right? It would be foolish. Let me say this again. It would be foolish for the Arizona Cardinals to not bring in Greg Dortch. Now, I know our wide receiving core is stacked. I get it, right? But to bring him as a punt returner is all we're asking for, right? Punt returner, kick returner is what we're asking for. He's a dynamic player, y'all. Greg Dortch has to make the 53-man roster. Has to make the 53-man roster. But I'll be right there with you. I will cry with you, my guy MGO. I will cry with you. Here we go. Another super chat coming in here from Terry up in the house. Says Lennon in the house. Lennon and Izzy. What's up, Lennon? Appreciate you for being here. Terry coming up with the $5 donation. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate the super chat. Jordan P says Greg will make the roster. No chance he doesn't. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, from your lips to the football god's ears. We're just not lucky like that. Here we go. Greg Dortch is fire or lit. However you want to read this. What's up, Len? Appreciate you for being here. We have too many short receivers. I do agree with you, but man, Greg Dortch, talk to me, Keenan. Talk to me. How you feeling about Greg Dortch? Talk to me. Because honestly, Greg Dortch compared to Andy, and I'm not gonna put Rondo Moore there, but I don't know, man. Greg Dortch has just, he has shined, man. He has shined, and not just in the preseason game, but just in training camp. He's put the work in. Everything that he says the right things. Like he wants to take advantage of his opportunity. And he's been in other teams that he hasn't really gotten an opportunity for, and he might find a spot here as a punt returner or kick returner. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. Yes. Dortch can stay, but Andy's got to go. Yeah. We'll show. I think this is the year that he's gonna get the door is gonna be shown. And I know a lot of people are like, trade him. Nobody wants Andy, y'all. Like, nobody wants Andy. It sucks. It sucks that, like, we are in the situation where our second round pick, we didn't get DK Metcalf. I know. Sorry. Hopefully that didn't sting. But a second round pick that just didn't work out for the Arizona Cardinals at all. It's just, was it the Cardinals' fault for not using him? Probably. Was it his fault for not taking advantage of his opportunities? Probably. We don't really know. But I think this is the year that we will see him kind of make his way out the 53-man roster. But I do believe that somebody will pick him up. I do believe somebody will pick him up. Trade value isn't there, but I do think that somebody will pick him up. Renee, what's up, Renee? Who's excited for Rodney Hudson coming back? I love his game at center. Oh, absolutely. 100%. This right here sparked a new level of excitement for me. I don't know what it was or why it was, but being that Rodney Hudson came back, it gave me the USA moment. It really did. Because having an offensive line without Rodney is huge. Having an offensive line without Rodney is huge. If you guys haven't already, do me a huge favor. Smack that like button. Let's run that like button. Hopefully we get over to 50. If we haven't hit it already, smack that like button. Let's get to 50. Appreciate y'all. Can we trade for Mike Evans? That's a good question. Here's the thing. When you're really thinking about trades, I doubt that's ever going to happen. Like, let me just put that out right now. Mike Evans will not get traded for a few different reasons. A, Mike Evans is getting paid like a number one wide receiver. We already have that, right? Mainly the teams that are willing to trade their superstar players are teams that are not in contention. And we got Tom Brady with the Bucks. Every time Tom Brady's in a team, they're in contention. So there's no way in heck that the Buccaneers will trade Mike Evans, their superstar wide receiver. There's just no way. It just makes no sense. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. I doubt it'll happen. What level is JJ Watt going? What level is JJ Watt going to play? We need him to lead the defensive line. Yeah. What do you mean? What level is he going to play? I think he's going to play the interior. I believe he's going to play the interior. As he gotten older, he kind of got out of the edge and kind of moving a little bit more on the inside, which makes more sense, right? Closer to the the quarterback. Yeah, we need him to stay healthy, but I know it's kind of a reach to ask for at this point. You're saying a first rounder and a third for Mike? I mean, I personally don't think the Bucks will do it. But I think if you do that in Madden, it probably might go through. You could try it in Madden, but I don't think in real life, though. I don't think in real life, honestly. Oh, he means like what level as good or oh, gotcha. He means like level as in good or bad. What level is JJ Watt going to play in? I mean, good, right? Sorry, I'm probably not correlating. I answered a lot of questions. I'm not sure. I'm probably not reading it right, or maybe my mind's just mushed right now that I'm not understanding the question. Did you get Madden 23 yet? No, I have not gotten it yet. The reason why is because Madden 22 was garbage, and I'm not 100% sure if I want to get Madden 23. Usually, I get like 2 copies of Madden when I do get it, and I give one away. Yeah, usually I give one away, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year. I don't know if anybody wants Madden 23 for free. If I do, it's probably going to be for channel members as well. Just keep in mind, like, channel members, donate like monthly to this channel. I do want to give up more giveaways. I'm very fortunate to be like the position that I'm at right now. I do want to give more giveaways. Madden would be huge, right? Because it's only like $60. It's not very much to get a game. And ship it out to whoever wins it. But I'm just kind of still thinking right now. Right now, the biggest giveaways that we're doing is regular season tickets. So that's what we're giving away right now, regular season tickets. And right now, the one is up for grabs is Rams versus Cardinals. That's the one that's up for grabs right now because I'm going to be attending the home opener, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cardinals, as of right now. So, yeah. Let's see here. Carlton says, shows the black helmet. It's right here. You see it. You see it. Yeah, it's a thing of beauty. I'm probably not going to take it out this time. I don't want to get some fingerprints on it. But yeah, I had a stream, I believe it was my post-game show, where I ended up pulling this out and I was like showing you guys. If you don't already, subscribe to my second channel, y'all. I have a second channel called More AZ Sports Fan. So all 66 of you in here right now, if you haven't subscribed to that channel, it's called More AZ Sports Fan. I mainly do like vlog content, but it's directed towards Arizona sports. Like, I'll go to games, I'll go like try to find jerseys, I'll go try to find helmets and stuff like that. I try to kind of put like a funny twist to it. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, it's on the description of this video, and all you need to do is search More AZ Sports Fan and you should be able to see it. Subscribe to that channel. We're trying to get to 500. It's kind of a struggle right now, but if you could do me that favor, that'd be great. Let's see here. Okay, I think Renee's answering this better than I answered this. So I'm gonna take Renee's. So he says, if JJ Watt plays at 80% of his prime, he'll still be a huge impact for us for winning. We have to remember JJ is a GOAT. Status, so 80% of greatness is still dang good. I agree with that. I do 100% agree with that. So I'm going to steal your answer there. For some reason, my mind is mush, and we're hitting the hour mark as of right now. So I'm like, what's going on? And these eyes are, these lights are pretty bright. So, all right, let's do this. We've hit the hour mark. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. If you guys haven't liked the video yet, highly recommend you like the video as well. Appreciate everybody for coming through. We most likely will be ending the stream here pretty soon. Want to give a couple quick plugs. We do go live every Tuesday. I do have another channel, right? Mike's just making channels for days. I get it. I got another channel called the NFC West Network where I talk to a Rams fan. We talk to a 49ers fan, and we talk to, obviously, a Seahawks fan. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. AZ time, we go live on Tuesdays. Obviously, when the season comes in, we'll talk smack to each other, see who's going to be, the leader and stuff like that. I have that channel. That's also in the description of this video. Highly recommend you subscribe. It's actually a really good listen, if I might say so myself. Everything's in the description of this video. So NFC West Network, subscribe to that. And then also more AZ Sports Fan. There's 2 channels for you to kind of subscribe to if you're looking for more content related to this hair and this face. I highly recommend you subscribing to those, because there's some good stuff coming your way pertaining to football and all that different stuff. So fantasy football is still up in the works right now. I believe we have 2 more spots opened up for our fantasy football league. You do need to become a channel member of the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, and we are giving away regular game day tickets for the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, we are giving away Rams versus Cardinals in September. So if you're interested in possibly winning, become a channel member. You get a lot of cool perks that come along with it, giveaways, emojis to use, all this. And on top of that, you're supporting, right? You're supporting the channel, helps me grow, and we're trying to get to 10K. So that's all I have. I appreciate everybody for being here. As always, this has been an absolute pleasure speaking to you guys. I think we capped out our 70, and that's absolutely amazing for a Monday night. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cards.